and Dragons Online. We have been working on leveling Samus here. I'm just gonna eat this 100, I think. Although I should just eat this 200 also. Get it out of here. Yeah, I don't think there's much in the way of gear that's changed for us. I guess we do have the opportunity to wear something with a Vitality Gem in it at level 11, but we don't really have any gear that we want to hold off to level 11, so we probably won't do that. I think I'm going to grab a bigger or different ooze killing weapon here. And we're gonna put our beloved quarterstaff away. We did get quite a bit of value out of it so far, but I think that we're going to make that switch. Let's see, the other things that we can look at are our various green steel wearable items. There's kind of like the other area that we could look at, and it would probably not be the worst thing in the world to grab this guy and a death ward clicky. In addition to our death ward potion. Yeah, alright, let's put that here, and we'll put the clicky here. Yeah, otherwise I think we're probably in reasonable shape. I don't foresee much else. If we weren't on a crits are important to us build, oh here, we can grab this too. Crits are important to us build, and therefore crit damage is important to us build, then we could consider switching to like these boots. But because we are crits matter and our boots are currently our big seeker item, I think we have to keep it. Alright. Yeah, looks good. So we're gonna pick some 9s and we're gonna continue to power through. We actually are in okay shape, but I would have expected to pick up a few more experience points. Yesterday here, 9. What else do we have in the 9 range? Church and the Cult, Claw the Valcour. Okay, so those quests. We also have Shadow Crypt if we want to grab an opener. We have White Plume Mountain. Those are both good. We have a bunch of Vaughn quests to do. So let's go knock out the rest of Vaughn, and then we'll take a look at where we're at. We need a Jahire, which will go into House K, but they don't really have the weird souls there. And now we're just going to click all over the place. Click, 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 click around. Here we go. I thought that's who we're already using, but I guess not. My nose is still booting up. I'm still booting up in general, so I do apologize, but show must go on, right? Show must go Okay, so like I said we didn't do this one. I think we were trying the idea of doing things at 3 levels over on Reaper, to try to get our Reaper points and everything. I still think 3 is probably where I just want to be. Let's try again. There we go. Yeah, I think we'll switch that for right now. Come here, you're wrecked, son. Got 8 of our charges. Wow. Floor was on 5 hours ago. Okay. Maybe we'll actually see 4 here pretty soon. I doubt it, but maybe. Say YouTube is throwing messages up on my screen, but there was nothing important. I have to try to keep half an eye out now because a lot of you have actually gone to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/SamusGarovo, and did me a solid by hitting the subscribe button over there. So many of you have subscribed in the last couple of weeks. I really appreciate it. Both here on Twitch and on YouTube. Oh wait, we got both of our chests out of here. We don't need to look that direction. Need the mirror. Do whatever. Get out the way. Hey, Carnage Reaper, what are you doing? Wow, we took a bunch of damage. Let's see if our Harley wants to walk over here and throw us a heal. I suspect the answer is he would love to. Go. Try to keep him out of the line of fire. Yeah, so I guess we should probably start the stream, or nearly start the stream. We probably should have started the stream with a where are we at on the build, etc., etc. People seem to like these kind of like build review type things. So we'll take a second look at that. We picked up our 5th and final Bard level, so now it's going to be a bunch of Warlock levels and a one more Fighter level. We'll probably take the Fighter level pretty soon, because we're not really in a hurry for Warlock levels unless they get haste, in which case then we might be in a hurry again. But we're basically like an off tank that can actually get stuff done. So one of the things I really like about about this build from before was how tanky it was, all things considered. So our armor class is 61, which I actually feel like for me personally is pretty high. Good morning out of time is pretty high for at this level. And then our PRR is 74 and our MMR is 50, which also seems very high for me, especially at this level. So I feel like we're in very good shape when it comes to our defenses here. Our saves all look really good. I mean, yeah, our fortitude save is a little light compared to everything else, but that's the reason why we're we're running around with death wards and stuff like that in our arsenal. Enhancement wise, pull that up really quick just for you guys to be able to take a look. I've got the free ASMR points. We could retrain slightly now, I think, and pick up our second charisma point out of the tree. I believe that's level 11. So it might be worth it to do that, but we're just not using these lay on hands. So +2 to our tactic DCs. We're not really tripping or anything like that. So I haven't been that motivated to spend those points yet. The reason why we're kind of struggling a little bit when it comes to using those lay on hands is because we have to switch out of our warlock pack and into the Bond of the Fallen, which I kind of get, but not really. And as I mentioned before, we're just kind of like this little crit machine, or we try to be. It's reading 16 to 20 times 3 with our Night Flourish Stiletto. When we can get our hands on... I'm going to try to do the jump. I'm going to try to jump around. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. If I can catch that rock. I had the hardest problem catching this rock. A green Rancor. Come on. And if I have to, I can switch my armor to my slightly bigger jump item. There we go. But, what did I say? I was talking about the action points, right? Oh, yeah. But, I honestly don't think one more charisma would give us a new number. It's tempting. It's tempting to go to 40 charisma. Very tempting. But so would putting on a +6 charisma item instead of a +5 charisma item. But right now, we have our charisma item in our hat. I don't have, I think, another charisma hat until 14. But anyway, we're kind of like this critting, double striking, go to town machine. Our double strike, like right now, is 55, but that's actually 75 because of the rapid slash. Can I get a heal before I set off this trap, please? Island's like, sure, I guess, whatever. If you say so. I do say so. I would like some heals. Because I'm going to go over here and try to get myself cut in half. I tried pretty hard. We were able to pick up... We are getting recalled, right? Yeah, we were able to pick up the Brilliance yesterday, which makes a big deal. We're like constantly getting 35 temporary hit or 36 temporary hit points. that does really shine, I think. And then our next couple of points are going to go into Resonant Arms. Because we are such a crit machine, we do want to get that running as often as possible, and then we'll start powering up our Sonic spell power. I don't know where we're going to put it, but this ring seems kind of cute. Not something I would use, but it seems cute. We did the pre-quest a whole bunch, but not the quest. I think I need to wait on that quest for... We're in the process of doing a test, unfortunately, which means it's going to get all borked. And I didn't pick up on 4. Yeah, I don't know. I really need to check and confirm that I need more confirmation than just my guts / numbers from the hardcore to get an idea whether or not the XP goes down in Reaper experience 3 over as opposed to 2 over. Or I could just go back to the idea of 2 over all the time, but I really do think it's not necessary. Even if that's where I'm most comfortable. Anyway, I think that's for the most part the build. I don't know if there's anything else that I'm particularly missing. Yeah, we picked up a bunch of PRR and MMR and stuff out of the Light and Spirit tree. We picked up a bunch of dodge and stuff out of the Swashbuckler tree. Once we finally get our Coup de Grace and a couple other points up here at the top done, then we're going to go up the Stalwart Defender tree. And if we can, and make room for it, we're going to go up to Greater Stalwart Defense for hit points. So we'll be like Toughness, Stalwart Defense, PRR, MMR. I usually take Item Defense here, but I don't know if I'm going to do it this time. Might grab Stalwart Shield Mastery. But that means we got to spend a bunch of points into Stalwart Defensive Mastery, which is good because that raises your potential dodge. We could do the defensive boost, I guess. Anyway, there's a bunch of things that we can do. You don't know Yawn Speak? Oh man. Yawn Speak is a delicacy here in the United States. That's what we do when we're so tired that we have to finish our conversation. But we also want to fall asleep on the keyboard. Alright, no D-door for us, so there's no reason for us to park a hireling at the front. If someone else joins us, we can just run back to the beginning, unless they're late. Yeah, we'll use the hireling to pop open the door, I guess, but just in case somebody shows up. As always, if you happen to be on the Sarlona server and level appropriate and you would like to come with us, send us a message. Always down to have company. Oh, boo. That didn't last last very long. Are we? We are on Reaper 3, right? Wow, the bad guys are trying real hard to get us. Wow, look at that. Look at the champ sliding around on the ground. I suspect he's not actually on the ground, and that's where a lot of this extra damage is coming from. Me wonders. Seriously? I'm gonna hit the jerky button. Would not be opposed to getting our constitution up some more also. Just so our determination bonus goes up. Double Fear Reapers, I presume? Alright, sweet. I just gotta hack my way through them. We're at 3 dots. Alright, so we're at 3 dots. Should be able to finish it. Taking 50 points of damage a tick from these Fear Reapers. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, you don't want to fight? You can stay over there. I'm not chasing you into that room. Let's confirm that we are in fact on Reaper 3. Yep, we are. Did you come into the hallway yet? Hey, welcome. Welcome to getting Wreckville, population U. I don't know. The other thing that I'm really looking forward to is getting the shield bash stun back. That is a thing that I would very much like to have. Oh, great. I'm gonna take a siesta on the stairs, huh? Ooh, another one. It's got to be our second one today, right? Alright, I'm going to get a quick heal, and then I'd like to come back and get that Fear Reaper. I suspect we'll get a third. Yep, there's our third dot. Trouble? Nah, you should be okay. Just be sure to remember to heal yourself. Not really sure I need to kill these guys, but they've angered me by taking my hit points. We're going to. Check on my... Okay. So our next feat, which should be at 12, is going to be improved critical piercing. And then our Night Force Stiletto is going to crit like you won't believe. Put our highlight right here. Highlight the lever. Make sure it stays highlighted. There's a place where we will be far enough away that we can't click it, but that is a little ways away. fact, I usually tell it to do it like right here. Then when we can't see it anymore, the lever's been pulled. Pull our hireling back, clean up any trash that happened to follow us right here. Should be pretty clean. Yeah, looks good. And then because no one was around with all those, when those boxes all broke and those guys came out of the force field, there's no trash there to speak of that we need to worry about. So it works out real nice for us. Kiss my boo-boo. I know with the temporary hit points and everything, you don't even see it, but there are still boo-boos there. Maybe we should be raging. Rage will increase our constitution. It's essentially, it's more than just our level plus temporary hit points. It also increases our constitution for our bonus hit points by a couple of points also. Last time I was in here, I walked through that trap. It happened to be the window that Dustin was watching. And Dustin's like, isn't it awesome that you played this game so much you have everything memorized? I'm like, I don't have everything memorized. Just happen to know that spot. I know a couple other spots too, but that just happens to be one of the spots that I know. But it stood out to me as like one of those funny moments. But I have done Vaughn 4 enough that I probably know where all the traps are now. Kiss my boo-boos again. Thank you. My phone keeps giving me the Twitch notification as if there's something really important going on in Twitch land, but it's just some other game streamers, other stream gamers, other game streamers that I follow going live. I call that jump, by the way, the Strimchom shortcut. He's the first person to ever show it to me, so least I can do is give him the credit. Bye, Ellery. Thanks for your service. Huh. Eh. I'll run back. I'll run back versus fighting all those guys. I really thought it'd be a shortcut to go through there, but not with all that trash. Just not value. Anyway, we should take a look at Twitter and see if there's anything useful going on. I mean, it's Twitter in 2020, so the odds are very low. But you never know. Robin Williams is streaming. Or trending, I wonder why. Hopefully with something positive. It'll probably be the anniversary of his death, which will suck. But hopefully it's something different, like a new fund or something. Alright, kiss my boo-boos. While I figure this out really quick. Yeah, today would have been his 69th birthday. That's what it is. Yeah, I always loved Robin Williams. Ever since Mork and Mindy. And I was a little kid when Mork and Mindy was floating around. I don't even know if I could tell you that I really understood half of the jokes. I should probably rewatch it. It's probably great. You did as well. Mommy Daddy Shoe. I just loved how their I don't know, it was just such an interesting world. Interesting aging backwards and nanu nanu and all this stuff. The whole show was really interesting. The things that like stand out. To me anyway. Alright, so as always we're going to solve this the other way first. I think this one's candy cane. We'll double check. Yeah, it's candy cane. The reason why you do that is because more of the turns are correct if you start this way. Hat. And then H. So the other one that is evolved several turns around is red. But I really do think that's the fastest way to do this particular fight. I could be wrong. I don't think so, but just remember this is a Samocracy, not a democracy, so it's the way we're going to do it anyway. I could be convinced I'm incorrect, though. This is what, by the way, 70 PRR gets you. Reaper 3, it feels like Reaper 1 for incoming damage. And look at Roshan by comparison. He's getting an occasional glancing blow. And his hit points are just falling like a rock. Imagine if I had the wiggle room for the Reaper, not Reaper, sorry, the fighter enhancements to pick up the extra, what, 15 PRR right now? We would be at 85 at level 11. That's a big game. Hey! It's not the time for this, DDO. Jumping through Vaughn 4 to try to escape A is not the time for you to give me your BS lag. Your 15 lock PRR is only 69. That's not bad though. 69 is still good. again, 74? I guess it would be 90. I'd like to get our MMR up slightly. I also have, I don't have a button for that. My Reaper enhancements, I think, are... Yeah, they're PRR. So I'm getting 6 PRR from that. Yeah. And heroic. Come on, doggos. Into the trap. Outside of Reaper, I have to look again, but it should be -9. Or, sorry, -6, so it's just like 68, I guess, outside of Reaper Quest. Yeah, I have a few more than that just from time. Not like lots more than that, but I do have more than... But again, I also have a maxed out dodge. Like, my defenses are pretty stacked. Yeah, this Carnage Reaper wants to play. You know what? Oh wait, there's another Mithril Defender. Hello! All spellcaster may be able to channel this power. Power. Right, that's pretty smooth. So, right now I'm using 47. Okay, I guess maybe I have a few more points than that. Chris Mosley, once again, helping us out with the Facebook love. Appreciate you, bud. But I got the points pretty evenly split. I think. I feel like it is anyway. Make sure that no one's dropping messages on the stream, the Facebook chat today. Alright, do we go ahead and do Vaughn 4? I think we do. So the reason I'm a little bit concerned... Ooh, healthy is good. The reason I'm a little bit concerned about doing it is we did it twice yesterday. Once to clean out the first time bonus. Once to get a set base for the pre-quest. And now I'm going to do it again. Which means the next time we do it, we're going to do it one more time after Yeah, we can just do it all elite. We've done it a bunch of times on Reaper. So the next time we do it is going to be after we go to level 12. What we're trying to do is test to see whether or not Reaper 3 levels above or 2 levels above affect things. So I'm running through to actually do Vaughn 3 though. Good morning, Gore. I don't know why I was like half expecting that I was just going to fire that off and they were all going to die. Discrete bonus. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any reduction of experience in there, so should be in good shape. Hireland called. Yeah, there's just not that much going on. I don't think. I don't actually know if I need the GH here or not, but I'm gonna throw it up. Get out of the way, come on. Again, the big weakness in my opinion of this build is that we don't have access to trapping skills. And when you're soloing, trapping skills are important. It's possible that this build could also be done with a like an artificer, but then we'd have to really tweak our intelligence skill around, and I think that would kind of cause us some issues. Alright, let's see how much damage we take from this lightning trap. None? Ooh, okay, I didn't know it was a bunch or none. Seems kind of good. I also usually don't clear this room. I usually just like grab all this stuff and pull it back into the next room. But I think we will... Yeah, we got multiple champs in here. So I think we will clear here instead of out there. Again, I think your mileage will vary on defenses depending on how many Reaper points you have. We have something like, what, 20 in that tree, I think I decided. 23 in the tree. Yeah, 23 in the tree. This Ice Soul is hitting pretty hard. I've been meaning to get like a finessable hammer. I have the level 10 anniversary hammer somewhere, I think. That'll probably be what I grab. That's right, that ice hole. So we're about to have another example of why Ellery, even when she's not saving our bacon, is saving our bacon. Again, it's completely likely that we could do this without problem, but why risk it when young Ellery here is naive enough to go pull that lever around the corner for us? We have a viewer who dislikes heroic levels with a passion. In fact, said viewer was nice enough to even say so on DDOcast this week in the chat while we were trying to record, and tried to pick a fight with me in the middle of said DDOcast. I feel. And again, this person doesn't like heroic levels, doesn't like Ellery, and I'm just like, Ellery is amazing. Ellery does so much work. We even gave Ellery like her own 5-minute segment basically on the DDOcast, because she is such a crucial, in my opinion, crucial piece of gear if you're soloing, especially like on the hardcore or something. She is, in my opinion, the definition of pay to win. XP for you. If you'd like to come get some XP, come on in. Just send me a tell. I don't care. Everybody is welcome or not welcome. Just send me a tell if you happen to be on the Salona server. How dare you play heroic levels? Yeah, I think the idea of... I think there's a notion that this player has just completionist on his main character or her main character, and that's enough for them. I'm just like, but this is my goal, man. Non-gender specific man. Like, this is what I'm doing. I don't know. The thing is that this particular player / viewer constantly is sharing their opinion on heroic levels in a way that is unuseful and self-alienating. In my opinion. think someone got murdered in a force trap. Hey, did you get murdered in a force trap? Some crowns? What was even still alive? Oh, up top maybe? By the shrine? I'm going to start streaming and play level 1 on hardcore that constantly drowns themselves on Corsos. Yeah, I watched, I didn't watch, but I heard, the Trents, Siggy did that on Friday. I know he was trying to get himself killed in a bunch of places. It was pretty funny. He, was trying to murder himself by becoming going in undead form and positive healing. Like, yeah, that doesn't work that way, bud. Like, do you want me to tell you whether this will work or not? Because it won't. That's what he was saying too, that you couldn't drown yourself in that first quest. But he did manage to get drowned on the island, I think he said. On the... Yeah. I know what you're talking about. No, I'm trying to... Let's put this on. I'm not that particularly worried about it, but... Put it on anyway. Oh, good. Stone Beholder. Perfect. I hate stone guards. Stone guards are annoyingly long for no reason. That is my problem with stone guards. Like, they don't even add any, like, real challenges, in my opinion. They just are longer. Which I suppose is fair. 22, 21. There's a rune. Don't see anything up there. I think we can safely turn that off. I suspect we're going up now. Lame. Alright, how far up do we need to go? All the way to the top. Oh, but Gore's up there. Nice. Nice.
There was a time, like after Triple O for us, and a lot of the development was being done in that post-20 world that I like did not want to come back to Rogues, but then they came out with these things called racials.
Well, and I understand people having preferences or whatever. Like, I prefer to do X, but I don't understand why it's Do you hear Ultron in the background? No, it's Gore. Gore's just... I think he's a little quiet this morning. Hey, we're just going to hang out here for a minute. Where do you think we're going to be when we pop up? I suspect we're going to be on the ground when we unlag.
But I have to say, what are we up to now? Like 30 plus racialized max?
Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 without going into iconic. So you're at 33. And then Shifter, I don't remember for sure. I think Shifter is going to be both an iconic and a regular class. So that'll be a 14th race. That'll be a 14th race. So we'll be at 37.
Yeah, somewhere between
No,
all those
no, that's wrong.
slots.
42. 42.
Oh, God, yeah. I think I found a new appreciation for the heroics through those, but then, not.
I mean, it's... To me, like, examples, like what we did on the hardcore. For example, this person doesn't play on the hardcore. Because it's in this person's mind, it's not a good example of play skill. I'm like, how is that not? That is the example of play skill. Like, there's nothing that matters more on the hardcore server than your ability to get stuff done. Because you're level 0, level 1, whatever. Ooh, a lightning split swordwood. So, like, you had great fun on hardcore until you bugged out, died. Aw, rip. Does happen, though. We have some sort of Reaper inside the room with the beholder. Three negs, 4 negs, 6 negs. Come here. Oh, I took a disintegrate. It was all fun and games until I took a disintegrate on it too. It's alright.
Come to me,
Oh, it's gonna be a minute still. Oh, but we got a dot. We got a dot for 100 and something on the beholder. And my hireling also has a res. I'm gonna go back to penalty box, I think. Oh, I didn't. Nice. Here, I'll have my guy res me. Oh, you got it too. Okay. By the way, I think it's a Famine Reaper, so let me go in there and finish things off. I think I can get the beholder. Oh, we're lagging again. Lagging wagon. Hopefully we'll come back. Last time we disconnected from the chat server, we had to restart. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Alright, we're good. We recovered. Let me go in by myself again, Gore. Alright, the beholder's down, so you can come on in. I got the Famine Reaper and stuff. With the loss of but one. I could have come out after I took the first batch of negative levels, but all that would have done was put me in a position where my hireling would have died, Gore could have died. didn't make a lot of sense to do that. So staying in there and fighting, it'll be just the way to go.
Yeah, I don't have restoration scrolls on me yet.
I got some. Still lagging, wagging. Zavon Rostov on YouTube. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Appreciate you as always. Love how my hireling got behind the guy. He was safe where he was. Instead decided to move behind the guy. Not heal me, but have to heal himself because of where he decided to position. Isn't that great? It's not bad. A little bit of lag here and there. I think there's some connectivity issues between the server and us. Because it seems to happen to almost everybody on the server when it happens.
Yeah. It's the thing. It's to the point where on hardcore it will kill you.
Because it's not what a lot of us consider like traditional lag. Because the server still ticks. We are just not updating our... We are not getting updates from the server, and we are not updating to the server. So like... But the server is still running and doing things. So we essentially in the server's mind are standing there still while monsters beat on us or whatever. So I would avoid the hardcore server pretty much at all costs today until they get it straightened out. And I honestly don't think it has anything to do with SSG. Excuse me. Or very little to do with SSG. Well, I think we have 2 action points. We get to start taking Resonant Arms. Or actually, I think we take this Charisma first. Yeah. Take the Charisma first. That'll make us 40 again in non-Reaper quests. Alright, White Plume Mountain. You're not doing Light Bright Warlocks, right? But we got White Plume Mountain, and we have the House, or the Red Fins chain. Probably the Red Fins chain would be the... I don't know. They're probably both the same. What server am I on? I'm on the best server, aka Sarlona. Sarlona Hype. Sarlona Hype button gonna go? No. There we go. Sarlona Hype. Oh, the lag is getting bad. They're having a hiccup for sure. Remember, normally on a Tuesday we would be playing Paper Mario with Remington. Or at least currently we'd be playing Paper Mario with Remington. But he works some overnights. Like last night and tonight. So he's crashed out. He was very adamant that he was going to get up and stream this morning. I'm like, no, you're not. He's like, yeah, I will. You watch and see. I'm like, okay. You'll notice he's still in bed.
When I was putting myself through college, I would do back-to-back doubles on the weekend at the nursing home. And that essentially is 40 hours in 2 days because of overtime.
Yep. Yeah, I used to, when I was going through college, I worked at the radio station. And as a board op primarily, but also I did a lot of their web stuff. I made a lot of their ads, stuff like that. But we became very short-staffed partway through. Basically 3 months, 4 months into my stint as the radio disc jockey guy. So I would end up going in like after school on Friday, like around 2:30 or whatever on Friday, and literally not leaving until like 6 a.m. on Monday morning. So I'd end up working all of Friday night, all of Saturday, all of Sunday, and then occasionally, not all the time, usually a guy came in at 2 o'clock, midnight? Between midnight and 2 o'clock in the morning on Sundays. Sunday morning. Which I guess would technically be Monday morning. Right? Like he would come in on Monday morning. So, man, I would... It was long. Good morning, Brad. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you. I'm gonna... Oh, we got 5 minutes. We should be good. I'm gonna jump into Red Fins, I think.
The Red Fins Explorer zone has locked me up. I have to reset.
Let me try sending you a tell first. Not that I have yet to see this work, but let's... Anything?
No.
Okay. Somebody, I think it was Shu, was telling me that if you received a tell while you were stuck on a loading screen, it would often pull you out of it. I know there's also some other help commands that you can try to type, but I've never had any luck with those. Alright. I really hate this quest. I think we'll start with it because I dislike it. This life should be okay. I may have to switch to the fall of the may have to switch to the racial pack instead of the warlock pack to be able to lay on hands the guy, but let's see. Costs us nothing to wait 5 seconds for Gore to get back before opening this chest.
The re-entry screen is loading too.
Just about to go to bed when your phone alerted me that I was on. Yeah, I start at 11 Central Standard Time, which was a little over an hour ago. However, you know, obviously get your much sought after beauty sleep. I actually slept. I slept from, I don't know, probably 4:30 to 9:30 this morning. Although I was up before the wife went to work at 6. This is turning into attack mode.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try this reloading.
Well, it's just logging out again, real bad. Like I've been trying to jump back up on top of this platform for like, I don't know, a minute, and I'm just server lagging back to, like, the communication issues are real. There we go. Nope, just ran away. You subscribed to the channel the other day after seeing on DDO cast beg and plead for subs. Yeah, that's how it is. Well, the thing is that monetizing on YouTube has a pretty reasonably high crest, and there's no reason not to get, you know, if I can get you guys to subscribe over there for free, you know, it costs you guys literally nothing, then the 40 or 50 people who watch those videos or watch reliably on YouTube or etc., when they're watching all those ads and doing all the things, they'll generate that ad revenue for me, because they, you know, that's just the platform that they prefer to watch on. You know, that's part of the reason that we try to diversify our platforms here. You know what? Maybe it was Gore, because once he's disconnected, it seems to be moving pretty well. Oh, there's still a little bit.
I still can't start the match back again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm lagging backwards again in time.
Well, it was actually kind of funny because last night I decided before I was going to bed that I would log into my home server to see what my buddies were up to. Because, you know, we're like 12 hours kind of away. And like the minute I logged in, joined the group and said, "Hey guys, how's it been?" I mean, I've been on here for a while. The whole server crashed. And we could log in for like an hour.
Yeah. Like I said, I really don't think it's a them problem. I really do think it's probably something going on the data server side. Let's see. Is the last season of Lucifer this one? Because they're now saying that it's August 21st. It's nice to see new shows coming out. I haven't watched Lucifer in like 3 or 4 seasons or something. But I did really enjoy it. I'll probably get it caught up and knocked out. Before this, I was watching your vid on 2 Rogue 18 Bard. Was making your own variant of it. Oh, the hardcore server version. I'll probably end up doing that sometime in the next handful of lives. If Half Elf ends up winning the racial, let's see if I'm allowed to pull up the stuff here. So if we look at our racial pass lives, this is our last ASMR live, so we get to rotate back to we get to switch lives. So I think the only 2 that are left are Half Elf and Human. We can just play the double check game while we're at it. I mean, we're so lagged we can barely move anyway, so we might as well fiddle around, right? Put this screen on for everyone. Oh, I hear fighting. Oh, I think I see Gore's feetses. Alright, so... Like, we know we don't do Dwarf. We know we don't do Elf because we did Wood Elf, which is the best. This is our ASMR. We did Dragonborn. We did Drow. We did Gnome. We did Tiefling. We did Warforge. We did Halfling. Did I do Half-Orc? I think I did. Yeah, Half-Orc is done. So yeah, for regular races we have Half-Elf and Human left. And then we'll start on our Iconics. The Iconics are going to be a little bit different. Because we will go to 30, obviously, but we'll also try to get maximum Reaper favor out of it as we go through. So the plan will be to knock out one more Purple Dragonite because we already have 2 of those. And then I'm not sure what we'll do. I feel like I'll probably end up doing the occasional Deep Gnome. Like, it'll be my I need a break from something. So I might, like, do... we'll vote, obviously, but then whenever I need to... Like, man, I really just need to play a wizard or something, I'll like, sprinkle in a Deep Gnome life. I think will be the plan. So, anyway, yeah. Definitely we'll do a Bard for sure in the Half-Elf run. No thanks. Then we'll see what else we can kind of like get away with. I'd like to do sooner than later. I'd like to do a Bomber Alchemist. I just would like to try it. I haven't got to try it yet. But I do suspect our Blade Forge life will probably be a Bomber Alchemist, so... Even if we have to have 1 level of Paladin.
Yeah, I did it with 1 level of Wizard on the Deep Gnome. I didn't feel the difference.
The villagers watched the slimy water with stern eyes. The attack could begin at any moment.
Alright. So Hogwarts! Just get a +1 heart. Well, because I'm just going to be doing lives, I don't really feel the need to grab hearts for +1 hearts. I mean, we're just gonna rotate through. I know that we have at least one guildie, I think, was doing Alchemist on their Blade Forge, and I really loved it. So I'll probably look at his build and see what I can do. He did use a heart. He is maximizing his strengths, but I'm not as worried about maximizing every point. Resible.
Yeah.
Well, they're inside the thing now, or outside the thing now, so you should be fine. I don't know if he still is. Distributed, are you still a... I guess it doesn't show your race here. Now I have him on my friends list. You generally don't play multi-class anymore? Oh, I play so many multi-class characters, the way the bee's knees. I will tell you though, if you if you're not interested in the rogue skills from that bard, you can do that. You can follow the general goals of that build without the trapping skills with no problem. You would do a heart to do Sun Elf and Necro / Elder Knight. Yeah, I'm not as worried about it. Those splashing level of Cleric is pretty low risk. Tobrel even is on an 18 Bard, one Cleric, one Rogue right now on live. Like that's his. It's his current quote-unquote final build. Because he's finished up all of his iconic lives and racial lives now, so until Shifter comes out, he's kind of done. Again, I really suspect we're going to see a whole bunch of weird Shifter builds for people like myself or people like Gore who like to maximize their Reaper experience. Speaking of Shifter, what are my opinions so far? I haven't seen much, but I love it when they do Eberron-related things. I'm not a Lamania person. Like, I don't have time to screw around on Lamania.
I did it twice. I went to preview before they released the whole 8-star pack. And I got to like preview that Beyond the Rift quest at the time when it was out. And the second time was when they released Alchemist, because it was the first Arcane class they released in 20 years.
Oh, I got a bad feeling we just wiped. Or not wiped, but failed. I guess we're going to see how tough this class is, or this build is.
Plague Reaper and all the different triggers is gonna make it.
Well, both hirelings are set to protect him, so we'll see. No, this is not a pure bard. This is a... It's actually a warlock in disguise. So years and years and years ago, I think back in... we looked it up, like... No, we're not on the hardcore. And it's nonsense like this is why we're not on the hardcore. But years and years and years ago, Jeff Hanna was kind of come up with this idea of this warlock using the Fey pack, combining it with Bard for a bunch of sonic damage increases and whatnot. And he called it the Feybuckler, and he put it on his blog. And this was back when MyDDO was like the blogging place to be, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it was after that. But I really liked the idea because I also had to do a bunch of Warlock lives and I was not a fan of Warlock. So I went to... Oh, we failed. So anyway, we kind of as I think I also died.
Scream of agony bursts through the air as the Sahara end like the future echoes.
Look and see if it actually said I died or not. I suspect I did. Now imagine that happened on the hardcore. That's probably why people are losing lives. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna shrine. Bounce back. Hang on. I got so many hit points. He's good. I'm gonna bounce back, reship buff, and grab a fresh hire. Anyway, back to the Feybuckler. So, Jeff Hanna put this idea out there. I thought I could tweak it and make it better. And I did a follow-up post on my blog. I ended up enjoying the playstyle quite a bit, actually. And I ended up doing several epic lives with it. Because it was so sturdy. But let's just compare a couple of numbers here really fast. Assuming that the I'm allowed to have my wiki come up now even. Last time we had something hit that hard, it also messed up Twitch, so make sure the Twitch is still running. Looks like Twitch is a little bit delayed on my screen. But also samusgarobo.com is messed up too, so we'll see what happens here. Yeah, it looks like I'm showing like a pretty long delay. I'm gonna do a couple of things here and try to shorten the delay for myself here slightly. There we go. Alright, so in the way back, right? This was Jeff Hanna's build. So this would be at level 20, right? His 108 and 88 PRR. He had attack bonus of 15% double strike. So we at level 12 have the same double strike. I think our attack speed might be a little bit lower. No, it's the same. And we don't quite have the same PRR MMR, but we're working on it. However, my version at level 20, 120 PRR and 88 MMR, and my attack speed was 22%. So I feel like a few tweaks along the way we can really tighten this up and get some sweetness out of it. 36 action points over here in the Bard tree. Looks like 30 over here in the Enlightened Spirit, but I think we're gonna shave some stuff out of this. I don't think I care about the burst all the way up. Maybe we will down the road. And I think we're going to put a few more points in the Stalwart Defender tree. And I don't think I care that much about War Chanter, although we might still get some of this low-hanging fruit. So anyway, I'm just taking a look at this build and I'm seeing if I can update it a little bit for for today's hardcore, or for today's environment in general. So, for example, if I take a look at War Chanter over here, what's... And pick up some hit points. Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna say that didn't look right. Now I could pick up 6 more PRR, which is probably what I was doing. I was picking up the PRR over here, but we could pick up 10 or 15 PRR in this tree plus 5% hit points. It'll be worth trying to figure out how to cram that in as well, even if that means we give up some light damage. Man, the lag continues to be real. Yeah, like we're quickly approaching unplayable in my opinion. Let's see if they tweeted anything out. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything talking about how bad. Oh, now we lost the connection to the chat server. Well, that's just it. I think there's something going on in general. Thought just died again.
I'm back. So while I was AFK, I lagged out standing next to the quest, and somehow mobs came and found me while I was lagged out.
Yeah, I'm assuming those rats got you that like to be over there. I mean, we're still having server issues. Like, we're still basically on fire. The server issue sucks. I agree with you. I don't think this is SSG's fault. Yeah, I don't think it is. I mean, I'm not going to go on a limb and say 100% that it's not related to SSG stuff, but I think that there's something else going on in here. Alright, are we allowed to... Nope, still not allowed to move. Not allowed to demount. Not allowed to get our stuff fixed.
Well, there was one thing that Arcot stuck in there, and I was thinking about. He said, what is a denial of service attack or whatever he said?
So, I suspect that is not what's going on, although it is possible that somebody is hitting that particular server cluster with a denial of service attack, but it seems unlikely to me. I honestly suspect that we're going to find out that there was some sort of hardware issue somewhere in a couple of the routers that are causing problems. Just gut feeling from personal experience with company issues like this, or there's a partial hard drive failure or something stupid. Well, I mean, it depends on what else is on that server cluster. Funky. And a lot of people just like to do things because they can do it. I mean, that's the other thing to keep in mind. You know, people who are doing DOS attacks, sometimes there's not a good reason.
Newman was telling me yesterday that there was this guy who figured out how to hack into Grand Theft Auto, and he could mod and do things that couldn't be traced. So what he did was he spent 4 hours stalking Newman and messing with him. You'll have to ask him about it.
It seems like a fantasy. It's possible though. Yeah, if we, in the next couple of minutes, can't seem to get this thing to start working again, we'll probably wrap up early, and then I might take the time to record something else for you. Oh, I can walk now. Hot dog. I will be putting it out. Yeah, I'll make a video on it, just like I do for every other build that I think is good over in my build section. And then I'm going to start putting write-ups again on samusgarobo.com for builds and stuff like that. I haven't carved out the time to do it. But I'm gonna start doing it again for there. And I may or may not also take a copy of that and put them on the forums. I haven't decided. I need to increase my forum presence. I just think it's a good idea to do. I also, in the same vein, I feel like everybody on the forum wants to argue with you, and I'm not. Life is too short to be arguing with people on the forums about what they perceive to be the optimal build. Alright, let me make sure I get your name correctly here. Fun Funky Tino, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the USS Fat Halfling. I appreciate you very much. No, there's something going on between the data servers and us. Hey, I'm glad that you're getting some enjoyment out of that video. I literally recorded the video. So, Rostov on YouTube says, thanks for the desert pathing video. Definitely helpful. I'm constantly getting lost trying to get to chains. So I built that video for Tilbrell. And I would have to look and see how many times that video has actually been viewed since then. But it's been viewed a heck of a lot more than I thought it was going to get viewed. It's literally just me running through the desert, trying to describe the landmarks to keep in mind as you're running through the desert. That's literally all it is.
Well, it wasn't even like 2 weeks ago. We were in the desert, and Forehand's like, I know how to get to chains.
Yep, and he got lost.
The Raven-Eye village has been reduced to smoking
which as his fate would have it, would be the last quest that he ever did.
That is also true. Yeah, I can get the link for the desert walkthrough video thing in a second. It's in my guide section, I believe. Sands of Nectarin, get to the quests. Yeah, it's got 75 views. Which, again, isn't that much when you're like looking at other people's like videos with hundreds and hundreds and thousands of views or whatever. But literally something I built, I expected it to get 1 view. You know, I expected Tobrell to watch it for like 15 seconds and go, yeah, I watched it, and then not actually pay any attention to it at all. But apparently not. I don't even know if he watched it that many times. Yeah, I try really hard to put out content for people that that's useful. So if there's something along those lines that you guys in particular need some advice with, let me know. I'll do my best to get that content for you. I will be starting my recording the DDo's Player's Handbook series the next couple of days. I think I got the first episode kind of like hashed out, and I'm working on the next couple. So I'm going to see about getting those done very soon here. But there's so many new and or returning players because of all the you know, the free quests and the deep sales and all the good things that SSG has been doing for customers. I wanna get a series together that really is for explaining things to everybody, kind of bits and pieces wise. Like really kind of get into the weeds on certain things here and there. The difference is I would like to have, and I might end up having to do like a bunch of sorry. I would like to, I'm probably going to have to roll up a bunch of, like, level 7, or iconic characters for it. So we'll have to just see. Did I see a Reaper somewhere? I did. Let's get out here and get this thing under control. Hey, over here. Do my best to throw out intimidates. If get overwhelmed, bring him this direction.
Can you have your heart heal?
I tried. He didn't move. Try again in a second. So you're gonna have to be in range of him probably. He is glued to the NPC, which is where I want him to be, but he is not moving. I rolled up the iconic to 7 and do the vids you want, and then 15 and do those vids. Oh, nice. Yeah, a lot of people actually have been using the road most taken, least taken video series as like a leveling progression guide, which I think is cool. Like, it wasn't really the intention. It was more of like, these are just things that I do, and but I do like that people are using them as that. I think it's interesting to me. Fight, fight, he says. And I am, for the record, constantly trying to find more compelling pathing orders for leveling and stuff like that. But I really did find on the hardcore server, especially this go around, we're getting the lag again, that it, also I took magic missile damage. I'm immune to magic missiles. Yep. Alright, I'm not doing this one again. Just get out of the quest. Went to the store, came back, and you're still stuck in the same spot. Well, we just had another big nasty pile of lag. Like, it literally hit again just now. Like, it was real bad. Yeah, the game is trying very hard to become unplayable.
Because I'm in this lag and I was incapacitated on my screen, I keep hitting the ground. Like,
Yeah, it's doing it over here too. Well, I've also put my lay on hands on you like 70 times, so.
Oh, there we go. Yo, we're cooking with oil. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna shrine, and then I think I'm gonna try the other side of the map. Jeez. This is brutal. This is brutal. This, like I said, I don't know what it is, but it is certainly brutal. If the lag is like this evening, I'm going to try to do something else for tonight's stream, guys. I don't know what, but something.
Do you still play the arena?
I do, but I haven't done anything for so long. I just kind of use whatever miscellaneous pile of crud I have to achieve the quest when I decide to get in there and play. Did we get our shrine off? We did not. How about we try again? Oh, we shrined. We shrined! Oh, man. Are you having problems outside? Is it this zone in particular? I don't think it is, right? I think it's probably everything.
Yeah, I'm in House K and I'm dancing circle.
The Ravenite village has been reduced to smoking ruins by the Sahara attacks.
Which I think is hilarious when you're on a walk and you're in your pack stance and you're lagging and you try to jump. You're like, you know, like the visual of like the element in your hands, you know?
Sure.
Well, if you jump up and down real quick while you're lagging, it looks like you're waving pom-poms.
Alright. There's a thing. Oh, looky there. I got a rare. Can I kill the rare? Am I allowed to kill the rare? Yeah, I suspect that's probably correct, Wilburster. I feel like it is probably the data center. I think if it was just DDO, we would have gotten some sort of answer by now. I will tell you this. Back when I was a tech person, web guy, whatever you want to call it, back in my previous life as a grown-up, as opposed to now where I play video games all day to try to be entertaining for people. Back in that day, my inventory slots are full. My inventory slots are definitely not full. Look at the items trying to like exist in my backpack. Anyway, we had a hard drive have a part of our big SATA RAID. We had a partial hard drive failure on one drive, and it was it a write failure? I think it was a write failure. So like when we ran all the diagnostics on it, it came out like it checked fine. Right? Like it checked all the boxes when you ran diagnostics on the entire system and everything. But it completely wrecked the web server. Feels very much like this feels right now. Right?
Is that the story where like you had to take them all out manually and found it?
That is what ended up happening, yeah. We ended up having to take every single hard drive out, reboot the system, and it was really odd that was the solution. And how we even got there to try it, I don't even know. The guy who happened to be in charge of those systems, after about 3 weeks of trying to figure it out, like we barely slept those like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it was, because our entire system had been like reworked. I can't even tell you how key those web servers have become to the day-to-day operation. Like something like 70% of our sales had gone online. Something like, well, 100% of our warranty stuff had gone through the system I created that used that server. The web server was hosted on that, like for a public-facing domain. Like it was crazy. Alright, like, literally absolutely bonkers. I stepped into the next quest. So I'm not doing that one again, but I'll try this one.
I'm on the way. I can move now.
I can't move consistently, but I'm gonna give it a shot. But yeah, it was real bad. So it could be anything. You've seen a lot of hard drive failures, but none like that. Well, that's just it. And it would test fine, and its read time was fine, but its write time was messed up. But it was only messed up after a certain amount of packets or something. So like if you did your normal test, it procced correctly. Also, you're going to see me do something that I haven't done in a long time, but I think it's going to help. I'm going to put auto attack somewhere and turn it on. Oh, Gore's not in the quest yet. So I think by oh, I was like about to throw a fit. Like I'm watching you walk around and I can't do anything. It's not that. It's I hit enter. Is what happened.
I love drawing those Death Lord things from Wizard. I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry.
That's alright. What else we got? There's one more right here.
Whispers from the backpack. There we go. Good luck.
Alright, so the reason that we put on auto attack is because the way that the server is working. I suspect, I don't know for sure, but I suspect that we're going to be able to count on auto attack to like kill the monster. Why is auto attack not turned on? Thank you. Even though we like lag out or whatever, as long as the monster is in front of me, it should be fine. Alright, you should not fall down there.
Oh no, he got past me, dude.
Yep, that's why I suggested you shouldn't fall down there. Alright, can you go protect him, please? The Harling's trying to heal you, but you are around the corner for it. So in the least, if we like lag fighting the big scorpion or something, hopefully it'll continue to fight the big scorpion. Could be a good quest to like champ farm on the right kind of weekends.
Well, I know you don't like the raccoons, but my most hated enemy is phase spiders.
Phase spiders are bad.
And my second least favorite is things that go on the ground and you have to wait for them to come back.
Yeah, you don't like the monsters that get out of view. I can understand that, but whew. I don't know. I'd rather fight a million spiders or scorpions or whatever the hell these things are than deal with the Thrackhound. On the plus side, things have been working out a little bit better. But it stays this way. We had Forehand try to kill himself in this quest too, if you remember.
Oh, was it where by the shrine? With the option of
No, right up top here. He and whoever else we happened to be playing with at the time got up here while the rest of the quest, or the rest of the group were shrining or doing something else.
Yeah.
And started. He's like, I think I'm gonna die, and instead of jumping down the hole, I ran all the way up the hole to get up there because they had moved forward in here and pulled this pile.
I mean, it's like when you do that wizard or whatever thing beforehand was doing, how many like skill points do you end up with usually, like maxed out?
In what?
All of them. Concentration.
Oh, I don't know.
Surge.
A bunch. All right, have a good night. Thanks for visiting the stream. I appreciate it. Also, thanks again for the follow over on YouTube, or subscription on YouTube. Does make a difference.
And that is why I'm a staunch believer in cone as opposed to chain.
I think they both have their strengths and weaknesses. You're gonna come up here? You are not. Okay. Don't go right in there until these nesting scorpions are clear. All you need is 12 healing scorpions down there instead of just the 3.
Apparently my dance skills are a little slow this morning as well. Yeah, I fell on a bad place. You can finish it from here, right?
Probably. You could also D-door because you're have that.
Oh yeah, that's right. See, like playing Alchemist, I was so disappointed that Alchemist didn't get do there.
That doesn't make any sense for them to have D-door though.
Right.
I mean, you could have taken it. You could have been human. Which again is probably something that I will do a human alchemist. I mean, I'm not gonna like declare it right now, but I will advocate a human alchemist for one of the builds when we do human.
Yeah, human is my number 4. I've done gnome, tiefling, and as human would be number 4. Oh, and I did the iconic. I did the deep gnome, the gnome, and as tiefling. Yeah.
You know, a lot of people talk about color spray for the Reapers, but I honestly, I guess I just don't struggle with Reapers that much anymore. Like, there was a while when they were problematic, I think. And it's possible that other classes would be different, like, so I'm trying to think about how the hardcore went, right? But especially like on the Pale Master, I don't think I really even blinked an eye on Reapers for the most part. I don't think I'd have a problem with a Bard. Same reasons. Yeah, but again, I'm talking about on the hardcore. Here on live, things can, I mean, there's no reason to panic on live at all. Like the worst thing that can happen to you on live is what, you start the quest over again. But that's pretty bad. Voices.
You know, when I lagged out the other day on live and I recalled, well, I got kicked out of the quest, I think, for the lag. So I just, went, repaired. I'm like, alright, I'll do it again. And I run back and the window was still open. And I'm like, oh snap, I can re-enter this quest.
Yeah, for CC purposes on Reaper with Alchemist, you are correct. However, you just kill him. Like, you just kill him. There's only really a window from probably, 10 to 12 where that's a problem. And even the weird healing Alchemist that I had on Hardcore Server Season 2 that I played, even that thing just didn't worry about them. They just, came and stood in front of me, and I just threw negative energy bottles at them until they died. And I just healed through whatever nonsense that they did. So, I think it's all in the mindset when it comes to Reapers and stuff. I really do. Well, we made it through that quest. Only a couple of lag. Nothing super critical laggy like the other one.
So, before you could buy the mana potions, I did the last stand a lot for the get your spell points back thing.
Right.
And there was times through DDO in the past where there was seasons where there was more lag than others. And I've always noticed in the last stand, when there would be lag, it would be the last place you want to go.
Yeah, I mean, any place where there's lots of NPCs to control is problematic. I personally just don't like that quest in general because it's easy to get a bad spawn and then quest is done. Now, any of the keep people alive quests are difficult as it is. I got the liver, I got the girl. I don't know. Anyway, Color Spray is a fine spell to cast on Reapers. I just don't think it's as necessary as some groups of people think.
The only good part is like its spell point cost is I don't know. I think I was shooting at like 12.
Yeah, it's low.
And other things are like 42.
Well, any of the SLAs, any crowd control SLA has a lot of potential to be good. Right, you could do the same thing. Well, isn't Dance one of the SLAs that you can get depending on your tree from Archmage? I think so, right? It's like
Yeah.
you could have a quickened, heightened Dance if you wanna. I don't know if I would do it, but one could. Oh man, getting hungry. I was not hungry last night when I needed to have something before I left my eating window, because you guys all know that I just eat from 2 to 6 right now. So, except on fasting day, like longer fasting days, and I was pretty good until I'd eat last night. So I just went ahead and I had a couple slices of cheese with half a slice of turkey because I wasn't very hungry, and I felt like that was going to fill me up. I'd eaten the other half of turkey when I broke my fast earlier in the day, which is why I didn't have a whole slice of turkey. Anyway, so about, I don't know, midnight last night, 1 o'clock last night, somewhere in there I started getting real hungry. I'm starting to get real hungry again today. I do not know what is going on. I had gotten so used to this, the 20-hour window that now I'm just like, oh, so hungry.
Can you eat legumes?
I could, but I won't because they're not paleo. So I'm both doing paleo friendly stuff and keto. What's my build for Paladin? There's a video for it on my YouTube channel in the build section, but it's basically just unless you're PDK, go strength build, do two-weapon fighting or two-handed fighting, and call it a day. Alright, you ready?
So Sonic in the water.
You know, you should probably control your a hireling in the future. Duder theoretically would love to take care of you, but he is lag drunk half the time.
It's good. I need more sophisticated hieroglyphs.
Hireling control is all about knowing the limitations and making them do the best they can within those limitations. Lag is great. I love it. It applies a level of difficulty that is unexpected. level, huh? That sounds fun. This one's also off.
Do you get like any kind of speed boost on a particular build?
Yeah, it's a single weapon fighting build.
Well, no, I mean like run speed.
You could take 5% run speed for being Bard, but I currently do not have like sprint boost worked in except for the purple Dragon Knight boost.
Right. So like that was the thing I was going to mention. Well, I get my bottle of speed, and I got my PDK cookie, right? If I get my bottle of speed first, it puts my PDK on timer. But if I hit my PDK first, then I can get my bottle of speed boost, but I don't think it's the same.
They do not. And it's also the same thing with your action boost double strike power from the Bard tree.
For the, yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna go try Last Stand one more time. Things seem to be semi-stable at least. Not well stable, but semi-stable. No one's on your server because they all rage quit. I mean, I was close. I was very close. Alright, I'm going to clear this mess here at the village. And then...
I'm riding out right now. I don't like running from there to there. So.
It's fine. You do you, boo. I'm going to hit the bio really fast. 30-second AFK. I'll be right back. Okay, excuse me, pardon me. Hope you guys are still here. I basically just run that ad every once in a while when I use the restroom, so apologies for like the surprise ad running there. I don't run them like at the top of the hour or bottom of the hour or anything where they're like constantly there just when I bio, so sorry. I know some people dislike them. Of course, if you'd like to use some sort of ad block or whatever without any guilt, please Patreon button work today. Of course not. Let me reset this and see if I can get it to manually go again.
So an interesting fact about how I see lag. There was a time in DDO where we were like stuck at level 16 for like a year and a half. And so in that time, you know, obviously there was very few things that would
I could.
happen that were like out of the norm. And one of them would be something like get lag spikes, and then people would like lose their like marbles and stuff, and it was humorous. And
Who makes the software for this Stream Deck? Cannot for the life of me find it now. I know that if I... Oh, no. I know if I can... If I can get the stupid taskbar. The problem is that going full screen window mode, I can't bring up my taskbar anymore, and I need to figure out a good way to do it.
yeah, I can't do full screen mode. I need my bars to be available.
Well, normally I'm the same way, but I actually have found it to be more useful now that it'll actually run to for it to work here. But for whatever reason, I don't know why. My Stream Elements tends to not work. Or my Stream Deck tends to not work about half the time. Anyway, if you guys would be so kind to visit the Patreon, $1 a month turns on what people like to call the ad turn-off forgiveness fee. So, like, no guilt if you have an ad blocker turned on. In fact, I might even suggest it. Alright, wish us luck. I'm going to switch to a slightly bigger damage weapon as well. Yeah, crits are good, but I think increasing our overall damage is going to be fine. Need a couple extra D6s I think will work out. No, come here. Never subbed, never donated, ad block on, stolen laptop, neighbor's Wi-Fi, free entertainment. Well, I understand that too.
One day I bought like these like 200-foot extension cords, and I got power from a place far away to start DDO up, so I could finish my objective.
We had another regular viewer that had like a similar mindset. Like, I feel like you're joking with me right now, Scythe, but this guy definitely was not. And I'm gonna, before we make sure everything's cleaned up, I'm gonna run around and heal everything here. And this guy would essentially demand that I buy like this $60 game and play it just for him on the stream, basically, because no one else in the stream acted like they were interested at all in the game that he was like demanding that I play. And it was weird. It was weird, but I do understand being broken or just not wanting to to do things like that. I get it. It's not the end of the world. I also always add, you know, if you can afford it, don't do crazy things to support the stream. Break these so they don't kill some extra guy. That is funny though. Max Richie, thank you for hitting the subscribe button. Welcome to the USS Fat Half, or the follow button. Welcome to the USS Fat Halfling.
I'm like, don't hit him with a. Oh no, don't die. You got caster.
It's fine.
There.
Deal with it. I mean, as long as I don't lag, we should be okay. The problem is if I stand still for like 40 seconds, and the quest is over.
There's a Saphir Reaper on the pier.
Okay. You should be able to reach this shrine. If you can't, let me know. I will try to have the hireling stop defending to heal you.
What shrine?
Shrines to the, what, south? Out in the hole. Or out in the water.
Yeah, I got put back in timeout. I've never had to use it. I didn't even know it was there.
Isn't it right here?
You can do it. I believe in you.
Weird. I don't. Guys all healed up.
So I was kind of jealous that you got to do Stealer of Souls without me, because like I was like one-manning Monster Scorpion at the time trying to flag, and you two-manned it with that dude.
It did, but I asked you before if that was a quest that you were interested in doing, and you said you were not.
I didn't think anybody else would be like up for that, but then I see you put the elephant up, and I'm like, bet I'm going flag.
Yeah, no, Flask and I started out two-manning, because you still have to go through Enter the Kobold. And I really didn't think people would be interested in Enter the Kobold, so when Flask is like, yeah, let's go do it, I'm like, alright, deal. And then he was like, I don't know how we're going to get through this. I'm like, you're going to distract the monsters for like 40 seconds while I kill the bad guy. And then we're going to basically D-door away. He's like, okay. And then I put the LFM up, and we ended up having a full party. I was like, what the S? I did not expect this. And everyone was actually useful. Or at least, I don't know if they were actually useful, but they at least tried to be helpful, I guess.
Yeah, when I did ETK, it was either 5 or 6 of us, but when I got to the end fight, basically my alchemist had just stood there, and like after I stripped their immunities, everything just died really quick. And then we did
Yeah, we didn't have anything like that on. But, you know, I could just negative energy down the big guy, and then it was not a big deal. Another negative level. What is up with this, folks? You're not allowed to pass a saving throw against negative levels today?
For some reason, while you were doing all that, I was hiding in the corner shining, and one little zombie just had to come over and get me right before the shine.
That happens. Here's
So
a twisted talisman for you. What?
Oh, sweet. Well, what I was meaning to ask you, so did you have any like close calls in that Stealer of Souls or no?
The guy who started the Sealers of Souls, like, tried to get himself killed, and I didn't fight a whole bunch. Like, he was in cap several times, and I threw him a heal. He was like, I'm gonna alt F4. I'm like, I have a heal. Just wait 3 seconds, 1 second, or whatever. Just like, I can heal you. And I did, and it was good. Alright, 1:30. We have just enough time, I think, to get the rewards, knock out a Into the Deep, and I think take level 12. And maybe, just maybe, we can test out... Yeah, we just have one action point. And maybe we can test that thing for lab before we log off.
Go level.
Yeah, I can't level yet.
Well, I'm only 10.
Oh yeah, you should definitely level it. Hopefully I'll be able to level after this. Yeah, I also feel like we like glazed over the
red fence?
The red fins. I try to throw it out there, but
Dude,
a lot of these sets are quite strong.
the 30% striding you get from the Marshwalker set or whatever it is, like that literally like kept me alive in the hardcore. Like you don't get 30 striding, like you can't just go to auction and buy it. It ain't dropping. They don't make 25 or
Yeah, but I feel like okay, I was able to get by just fine with 25 with
yeah,
the spell, but you also, for less than 3 minutes of work, you can get 20 minutes of Expeditious Retreat clicky. That was one of the things I did talk about, was how the Rescue the Mayor's Daughter quest will give you the Anger's boots. I don't remember what they're called, but there's 2 charges there of 5 minutes, so you can do that quest as many times as you want to get clickies of Expeditious Retreat. Like, it's very easy to make that happen.
But the thing is with Reapers is like the minute one spawns randomly is when like the minute your spell runs out, and then like you can't get away enough to like cast because he's trying to fly around you. And then you end up dead.
Can be. Gavar's Boots of Dashing from the Borderlands Explorer area are good too. 3 clickies of 5 minutes of Expeditious Retreat. Yeah, that sounds good too. They're random drops, right? They're not as consistent.
I don't know. I had to do that one like 4 times just to get that one cookie from where you do that puzzle with the ice spider exam and Winter's Time.
For why? What clicky did you want out of there?
There's Expeditious Retreat on the
Oh,
boats.
that's a terrible one to go get though. That's one clicky. It's not a consistent drop. Yeah, no. That's a trap. It's a trap! You just want to have the... Go get the Anger's boots, like, a couple of times. I did that when I was on, like, a melee. On a hardcore server, I just did that.
To your surprise, a drow woman slips out of the shadows. She beckons you closer.
Fishes, open the door.
I mean, but I didn't have any plat, right? So I couldn't buy. I had to somehow, like, not buy.
Yeah. Well, in the Marsh, I'm not saying the Marshwalker set's bad. I mean, clearly that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that there are other things. But like Nim's group, for example, they're like, woo! The Scooty Booties, 30% Striders. I'm like, that's fine. But I also have all those charges of sprint boost on my wizard build, so the 25% plus plus 6 charges or 7, however many charges of sprint boost is generally enough.
Well, of all the loot that was redone recently, I would probably prefer these quests redone than others.
Yeah, this was, I think this was Linabelle's like first run through a loot pass, and I think Linabelle did a pretty solid job.
Back in the day, I had to do this thing more times than I'm willing to admit because they had this thing called +5 damage competence bonus to damage or something. With was it the gloves of the claw and the bracers of,
Yep.
or whatever?
Yep, the claw set was good.
And it was really hard to make it epic because, like, the scrolls, seals, the shard just, like, didn't drop for you. Kind of like the SOS shard.
Well, the SOS shard is difficult to drop because, one, they set it for the intentionally low drop rate, but two, it's low to drop because people don't run the raid as much. Where this, you guys, you could ransack this into the ground. The difficulty is, if I remember right, and I could be wrong, shards only drop from that end fight.
Yeah, you gotta drop down the tar pit.
Yeah, and people did not typically love that end fight. I gotta get rid of this ice soul. The heal button a bunch. Spam it. Alright. Get out of here, Plague Reaper. No one dealing with your nonsense.
Well, I'm in, and I haven't had time to buy Invis scrolls, and there's, like, stuff here, so, like, which way do you want me to go?
Well, I went to the west, like I always do. And you can go to the west, or you can go to the east, it doesn't matter. Just if you go east, I'll have to run to you when I'm done. So it'll be a while before I get there. But But it doesn't matter to me. If you can handle your own side until I get there, then that's fine.
No. There's a crown, and
Okay.
I can't.
It's not a big deal. I will run over there and get you in a little bit then.
Anyway, I'm right in front of the east side.
Is there a collectible in that room? I feel like there is. Could just be a shrine or a chest. Oh, there's a mushroom. Excellent. Chest I would have went past. Mushroom I gotta go get.
The fish people are a little excited that there's bait in the water over here, so be careful.
I don't care. The amount of F's I give doing these quests are very low.
Well, I mean, but that was the thing. Even like when I got my earn a life thing for the first time, I was like, oh, yes. Now I could do whatever I want on the hardcore.
Right, and then
Dead.
died.
And then you come back and you're like, now I'm afraid to like step in the quest again.
Yeah, see that mentality right there is why I still have all my things. Because I never let that go. Like I did not want to, I don't want to lose any lives. Because everyone who's like, how's softcore? I'm like, it's only softcore if you plan on losing lives.
It's only soft for you.
You know, like if you're not losing lives, then it's not softcore. Oh boy. Oh boy. So many lights, so many damages. Are we gonna get murdered here? We are. Oh, that's close. Oh, leave my cleric alone. Alright, I'm gonna have to gibbers. It's the reason why I don't really care. Because I knew that we'd be able to knock this out. So we'll gibbers here and
Oh yeah, what have we been doing? What, R3 the whole time?
yeah. Alright, so that opens the door, so now it's just a matter of clear a bunch of stuff and then we can shrine up here. It's a little disappointing that we didn't get that water elemental knocked down earlier, but I think it's because I threw that extra pulse and I shouldn't have. Or maybe I should have just stopped and cleared earlier. I mean, I don't know. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, right? I should be able to click the shrine now and come back to life and not have to wait for the gibbers to wear off. Little Roshan here is like, I understand. I tried healing him so many times, he just died anyway. Because you're the worst cleric, that's why. It's like, I'm not a cleric. That's why you're the worst one. Ooh, today or tomorrow the inverter should be here. And then big boy work starts on the bus again. Not really looking forward to it, but it's got to be done.
I would recommend anytime you're dealing with inverters, you make sure that all of your wire connections are beefy, solid, and mounted.
Eh, not worried about it. It'll work out. It'll work out, or I'll be electrocuted to death. One or the other.
Well, the thing is, because vehicles vibrate, and
Sure.
things.
The inverter won't be on all the time, though.
Right, but when you need it, you want it to be on.
Sure. But yeah, it'll work out. It'll work out, or I'll get electrocuted. Either way.
How many watts are you?
Well, everything right now is either 12 volts or 110.
Well, right, but the inverter that changes AC to DC or DC to AC or whatever, right? They got a wattage rating.
It's got, this one is 4,000 consistent and 8,000 what do they say, 10-minute pitch or whatever.
Yeah. I own a converter exactly like that. I put it in my
Oh, no
truck.
wonder you died. You walked right through the middle. Silly.
And funny thing is, right? Like I could run a chop saw, you know, what we call
Sure.
a miter
Yep.
saw, off the inverter, but I couldn't run a percolating coffee machine off of it. I'm not joking, dude. Something about the coffee maker that I don't know if the voltage doesn't match or something.
Well, it probably was a... So, there's a lot of different currents. The way you get your 110. You're going to take the res. There we go. There's lots of different ways you can get your 110. Either you can get a 1-circuit or a 2-circuit 110. So, your device probably just ran on a 2-circuit 110 instead of a 1-circuit 110.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
So it depends on whether or not it was outputting to 2 wires or 3 wires, realistically. For a lot of things, it doesn't really matter, but for some devices, it does. So I'm not an electrician. I'm just watching lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of YouTube videos about it and reading lots and lots and lots of stuff. So if I use the wrong terminology somewhere and you are an electrician, you're welcome to come into my house and wire up my bus. But I am not those things, so I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm also trying to decide, do I want a little bitty fuse box to run everything through, or do I need to mess with it? I haven't decided. I think it'll be easier if I hook... It'll be easier in some regards if I hook up a fuse box, and harder in others. But like right now I'm running a 12-volt fuse box, so probably would not be the worst thing in the world.
So like my rental property was built in 1920 or something, and it was like the family's old house. Well, when I became of age and I actually could work for a living, I told Grandma, "Hey, I'll take over the house. I'll fix it." So when I first get down there and actually kind of look at the power, because I told my friend, "Hey man, every time I like turn the microwave on and the vacuum cleaner, like the lights dim." And
Right.
he's like, "Oh," so he goes down to the box, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you got the whole house running on like 30 amps right now." I recommend good boxes.
Again, it's not quite as big of a deal because we're not running a lot of devices like that, but we'll see what ends up happening. Ooh, I picked up a negative level. Nice. I am big hype for a new build on my triple completionist character.
Well,
Okay.
I can recommend one.
I think he's already got one picked out. A 15 barbarian, 5 wizard. Seems okay. I mean, 5 wizard right now is very good for the big Eldritch Knight goodies at the end. Yeah, I'm gonna be taking a look at a monk wizard at some point. At least a 2-level splash of monk. You are the original maker of that idea of what, a 2-level monk on your wizard? I feel like that has been a thing for literally since monk came out in DDO, like even before. Between you and I? Yeah, no. Sorry, kid. Literally been playing wizards since before you had pee in your potty. You've named it, I've done it. Maybe not in DDO exactly, but yeah, you're not getting the credit for putting 2 wizard levels or 2 monk levels in your wizard. Especially since, like, literally the Samwise was that build. Like, right after they put out monk levels. Now, I will say that after the Eldritch Knight changes, there's a very strong-looking Warforged monk on the hardcore server that made me consider giving it a shot again.
Yeah.
Which is kind of where I'm like, yeah, I'm interested now in seeing what this is like, because I haven't done one in years and years and years and years. You can take the fight to him personally. Look at this. Get over here. Walk up here, little NPC, and heal Gore, please. Why is my auto attack off again? Seems odd. Alright, what else is going on today? This is funny. Here's a. I know some of you. There's some overlap when it comes to DDO and Magic the Gathering. Not as much as there could be, but well, a well-known DDO celebrity here. Apparently, there's somebody giving him flack on someplace about how the commons are the same value as mythics because of the cost to produce. And he says, a standing offer for me to trade my bulk commons for your chase mythics because they cost the same to produce, which shows you, in my opinion, it's an interesting example of somebody using economics and availability to demonstrate value. Scarcity is value. Oh, I'm gonna have to kill this stuff because of this stupid Reaper. Oh, okay, don't come my direction, Gore. You will not be very happy.
I did a bad thing as well.
Oh, you can go out the door. Going out the door is fine.
Oh.
I just mean don't come by this pile of nonsense.
No, I'm D-Doring.
D-Door's just gonna get you killed. D-Door's not gonna help you avoid that pile of stuff.
There's a shrine here. No, I pulled a fear across the map trying to see.
No.
Are you ticking? No, my tick stopped. Okay.
No, I died. I ran out of hit points. Your favorite attack is the cleave? Yeah, well, a sweet tier 5 attack is good, I guess. News at 11. Tier 5 power is good. Water's still wet. Oh, I think I just killed my NPC. Yep. He died.
I shrine and buffing and I'm on my way. Just give me a second.
The stupid leashing mechanic got my guy murdered. Alright, let me see. How close up back to you I can get. Not very close. Semi-close. Yeah, okay. You can step slightly out of that hole and throw me a res. I gotta go back though because I'm gonna leash again. Stop right there.
Is the crown is too late? Hurry. Oh.
I suspect I'm going to be eating one of those res cakes. Pass your save. Silly goose.
I'm at a negative 14.
Pass your save.
Alright, come to me.
You're still dead on my screen.
I'm gonna eat my cake because, like, this works. I found
Oh.
out. Oh, it's too.
Yeah, it's too late. It's fine. I'll cake over here in a second. It's whatever. That's why we had the free ones.
Yeah, I got the free one. Yeah, I fell on a spike in Slavers, right? And like, people told me literally like a couple hours before that you could eat res cakes while you're incapped.
Yeah, it was me.
Like, I would have died. I didn't have an extra life at that point. I got it after the quest. So I'm incapped on a spike. I'm waiting for it to come back up and finish me off, and I'm done. And I'm like, oh, I got this cake, and I click on it, and I'm like, ooh, I'm back up and I'm out.
Alright. This pile of shite's gonna come over here. But now we have our lay on hand. Come on. Get all these things killed. Trash. Get back in my pocket. Hireling, get off your stone. Yes. Tier 5's attacks are good. Turns out news at 11. Did. Stay on the ground. No, don't fall.
Guardians have abandoned their posts at the palace gates. You can now enter. You have reached the palace. It appears that the rebels have already established a foothold. A grey-skinned Sahagan captain beckons you closer.
A little more than just a little disappoint. What? Is there not a shrine in this area?
No.
Alright. So, gotta run back to a different area then?
No, you could just, like,
Well, I used my lay on hand, so my healing now consists of whatever I get from my beef jerky and a tasty ham. So
okay.
and
Alright,
heal
I'll be right
scrolls.
back.
So probably
Alright,
take a
I'll
second.
I'll be right back.
Take a second, res my stupid hireling. And now we're in the wrong. To be able to use lay on hands, we have to be in the wrong stance. So it's not particularly useful. Let's go back in here and get a shrine. Looks like he's back. Still can't believe I murdered my stupid hireling there. I mean, I can, but I can't in the sense that it was a stupid misplay. Alright. But it happens. It happens a lot, actually. That's one of the mistakes that I tend to make. Comes Gore's champ. Try to keep your feet on the ground. Nope, fall. Fall
Remember
somewhere.
now, I'm playing with, like, no fortification on purpose, just for a challenge.
Well, are you taking crits or are you just getting wrecked?
Well, I'll have to look at my gear. I didn't have time to set it up, because I was up late before you started. But I'm pretty sure my gear set up before I logged off last night was, yeah, sketchy.
I just mean you're just getting wrecked though from champs. I don't think I don't know if you're getting critted or not. It seems like a possibility for sure, some percentage of the time, but just think you're getting wrecked because you have 200 hit points and the monsters are going to hit for however much they're going to hit for. Bring them over here. Intimidate only works so far. You know what? Go to town. Do whatever you want to do, Roshan. Have a blast. Alright, I'm going to click a Death Lord thing so I don't take a bunch of negative levels in this fight. Roshan decided to get wrecked. Pretty key. I'm going to kill this Archon guy first. That's actually dangerous. Everything else is fine. Forgot to get my DPS boosts up. Alright. Well, I think that'll... I mean, that got us our level. So we'll probably go take it and then we'll go run that experiment. And we'll see what the answer is.
Yeah, I hit 12 as well.
Oh wait, I just want to finish. I don't want to... I'm not coming back to get the end reward from here, so I might as well just finish out and then come back in. Her recall. Alright.
The only thing I was fairly disappointed in is they didn't put an alchemist trainer in the purple role.
I don't think they think of him really as an arcane, do they?
Yeah.
Isn't he listed as a
specialist?
Specialist, yeah. Alright, Marketplace is right here. I'll probably just run over, take level 12 there, and then I'll come back and I'll do the Reaper 3 House Vaughn 3 pre-quest. Because it's 9, so that'll put us 3 levels above, so we should be able to compare apples to oranges on it. Alright, do we want to take the fighter level now? Yeah. I guess we'll look. We'll just look and see what 5 levels of Warlock give us right now. So we'll get our Charisma points, get some skill points. We don't need to put any more points in UMD. We start putting points back in Intimidate again. We get a class feat, which is blindness. Do we get a... No, we don't get any spells. Yeah, we can't take Improved Shield Mastery yet, even though we really do want to. No, now we take... Improved Critical Piercing. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter if we take it as a fighter or a warlock this level. The only difference is maybe our warlock level will become... No, it won't. It won't become next yet. Yeah, this is fine. Whatever. Okay. Now we are 13 to 20 on the Nightforged Stiletto. So now our next couple enhancement points again go back into Resonant Arms. And it's possible even that we should pull out this Elegant Footwork and put it in Resonance Arms as well, but it's alright. Then also somewhere at this point we need to find a place to slot that spell power. I'm not sure where we want to put it. Put it in this ring slot, I guess. Although that ring is our Intimidate item. Alright, repeat. Reaper 3. Alright. So, pull up the... have the previous picture ready to go here. We can make this side-by-side comparison. Also my Hireling Croak, so let's... oh, we're already in that form. Alright, current ransack quest penalty 20%. So we do have to keep that in mind, unfortunately.
I think there's an equation. Well, there used to be forms for like all that stuff.
Well, I said, I just trying to figure out if this is correct or not. And it's going to be slightly lower, but if it's only 20% lower, then we know where that's coming from. Because we had no loss before.
Did you like literally ninja right past me as I was standing there?
I mean, I don't think I ninja'd as much as I walked up, hit the quest, and got started. Made a comment about how my hireling had timed out. Excuse me, everybody. Oh, being in this stance no longer does anything. Somebody's trying to get you murdered.
Well, what I was gonna say would be nice is like, you know, sometimes you don't notice that you have like these persistent dots on you.
Okay.
And when you were hit with like a persistent dot, like you could see it like on your body, like a flash of something to let you know, and then you look up and you see what dot.
A lot of them do. Not all of them, but a lot of them do that. Like the bleed that has the thing that goes atop your head. Like a lot of the damage shows up above there. It's just they're not always. You have to be paying attention to see it. Okay. So the thing to keep in mind is that it's a current ransack penalty of negative 20%. So the question is 20% here? So, put this up. So 1.2 times 131 equals 157, which is actually more experience than what it said it should be over here on the Total Reaper experience board. So what is it that we're doing incorrect?
On my report it says you have been awarded 157 Reaper experience points for completing this dungeon.
Yeah, but that's down in the it's for the total.
I only look at the general because that comes after all the modifiers.
Sure, sure. The thing is I'm just trying to get the Total Reaper experience to like either level out or not. So like we got the same conquest bonus, the same persistent bonus, the same flawless victory bonus. The total experience is down. Is that still 20%? Where is that minus 20% come into play is my question. So 1,
Daily?
3, 1, 4. Well, I know where it's from, but I mean, where in the queue does it appear?
Oh.
Does it appear at the start? Because the base experience for this quest is 793, and the base Reaper experience. Oh, maybe that's just what I need to look at. Oh, I didn't take a snapshot of the base Reaper experience up there. There's a guy behind you. You brought an army.
They thought that we were hiking by standing there, and they just decided to come wreck us.
Yeah. Odds are that champion was on patrol and just happened to see us on that particular walkthrough.
You're right again.
Yeah, I suspect, I don't know for sure yet, but I suspect that people are correct and that this is, the Reaper experience is the same. It's hard to tell because, again, I did not really want to run this one more time today that I ended up running. This extra current quest ransack penalty is throwing a big wrench in the math. But if it's 131 times 0.8, because that'll be the ransack penalty, And then we have 25%, 10%, and 10% times 1 point. And I believe it's cumulative, so I believe it runs like this.
Yeah.
But
It's like you,
that didn't
because
work.
you could be in a quest and you can see your Reaper going up and down in the quest line as things are being accumulated.
Alright, so we get the 13 bonus experience points for being VIP. No. Oh, this must be from the ship. Is ship giving me 10% Reaper experience? Or bonus experience? Alright, so that's 5. So it must be the ship plus my Voice of the Master added together in the same channel. So
Yeah,
there's that.
5 and 5.
There's that in that channel. This is for being a VIP in that channel. So they wanted to give 115. No, it's bonus experience. Yeah, so that 131 is correct. Now that 131 is not being modified by the 20% bonus, but it's not getting these conquest these bonuses. That does not seem right to me.
Yeah, see, like, there are certain things that you do in the quest that don't add to the Reaper like you want them to. But, some things too.
But like my Tome of General XP bonus doesn't apply. That daily playthrough bonus maybe? No, this was... we intentionally ran this... the one with the screenshot. So what we did yesterday is we ran it twice. And this is the... after the second quest we took this screenshot. Okay. And then... today I ran it because I wanted to do Vaughn 3. And I wanted to make sure that it did not have a one-time or the daily bonus. Right? However, it's giving us the general quest ransack penalty now. And that is probably because I ran it twice today. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some... or this will be the third time today, probably.
Yeah, this was the third time, so the third time I think is when the penalty kicks in for repeating, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the first time you get the bonus for the first, but the second doesn't take a hit. The third time takes a hit.
So I said it's hard to tell right now if the math is... if it's like this because... like we're getting... I admit I got slightly less experience, right? But I'm not 100% sure if it's because of the minus 20% penalty for doing the quest again, or if there's a minus 10% because we're 3 levels over instead of 2 levels over.
Exactly. Like when I looked at the math, and like I really appreciate you doing this, Samus. And people are like, oh no, bravery bonus still is like blah blah blah, and I'm like, dude, they like renumbered everything to the point where it's like you're really not losing that much XP if you're 3 over.
Well, I'm not even sure that. Again, I don't know if we are or not. Because if we are, then I'll go back to doing 2 over. Because it doesn't bother me. And the wiki is not clear, in my opinion. And it seems to me like people are messed up. No, it's not there's no Reaper bonus going on. I did this last night. It was like literally one of the last things we did last night before logging off. So it was less than 12 hours ago. I'm just trying to figure out if this quest ransack penalty, like, which bonuses are applying. Because if these bonuses don't apply to Reaper experience, which it doesn't look like it does, right? Because I got total Reaper experience 131. Or, yeah, 131. So what's the DDO wiki say for the Reaper experience on this quest? I thought there was a... Doesn't have the math for this one. Oh no, I'll have to think about this in some more detail, I think. Because I'm honestly not 100% sure. I might double check with some other people who are also slightly more number oriented. Alright, well anyway, I need to get some food in me because I am hungry. I was hungry before, now I'm still hungry. So, which of these people do we know? Sergeant Steros has been in the stream a couple of times. Butch DDO is also somebody who we have streamed or rated in the past. Can't tell what's up with this particular person. It looks like there may or may not be cat ears involved. Yeah, there's some sort of cat ears going on here. That does not sound like a very Samusy thing. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we're just going to go ahead and raid Butch. Butch here. I feel like we've raided Butch before and people enjoyed it. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, feel free to jump around and see what else is going on in DDO land and have a good time with that. As always, again, please do me a favor and jump over to youtube.com/SamEscarobo and give us a subscription over there. I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel up this year, so it's going to be the thing that I'm going to hype as much as possible. I'll start recording the new series here pretty soon. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you guys later tonight. Also, if you enjoyed the stream and you'd like to help us out financially, patreon.com/Samus is the most efficient way to send me those dollar bills. Alright, everybody, peace, much love. We'll see you later. Out of time. Have a good one. And we'll see you guys in a few hours. Toodles.